Asher, go.
The bee is a really important creature. 1 out of every 3 bites you eat comes from bees or other pollinators. Did you know what Einstein said? If a bee were to disappear from a globe, mankind would only have 4 years left to live? The United Nations sponsored a report released in February found that about 40% of pollinator species, including bees, are facing extinction. This could have major implications to the world's food supply, because about 75% of the world's food crops depends in part on pollination. According to the Mormon Honey Film, in the U.S., the latest estimate suggests that about 1.5 million out of 2.4
No, I scratched all the out of, just 1.5 million.
1.5 million bees have disappeared.
Yep.
Bees pollinate plants. Without them, fruits
So you're
and
gonna have to come
vegetables will
out.
disappear.
Yep.
So how
You'll have to
So
come
you
out.
gotta go like
and
this,
vegetables?
and then
disappear.
you gotta have fruits,
So how do we help the bees from becoming extinct?
and bring them back.
The answer is educating people.
Then you'll go educating.
Educating. Several
Well, you're not gonna
experts,
say anything, but yeah.
including Sarah Laird, UW Extension, Queen of Asud, and the Pollinator Partnership, agree that bees have declined in the past 15 years and state possible reasons. Oh yeah. From our research, we have decided that the following are the 3 main contributing factors of the decline is loss of habitat,
Okay. Oh, oh.
use of pesticides, some of which are known to kill bees.
Kill bees. Kill bees.
No, he's supposed,
Oh, yours.
yeah, stay out front and when he sprays you. When he sprays you, you need to be out from the board.
Okay.
Yep, so stay
Yep.
out front after you
Yep.
bring it up for habitat.
And colony
then he
collapse
sprays
disorder.
you.
Yeah,
Then you stay there and
colony
then the bee
collapse
dies.
disorder
Then come back.
is the sudden disappearance of bees.
What are you doing? Where are you? Okay.
Sumunk Kidd, writer of The Secret Life of Bees, states, "The world is one big bee yard. Don't be afraid. As no life-loving bee wants to sting you, don't swat.
Don't swat. So go to the bee. Don't swat.
Don't even think about swatting.
And you're okay.
Above all, send the bees love."
Love. Send the bee love. Okay.
There's a $1,500 grant that is available to schools that provides a completely sealed hive or outdoor hive. The Bee Cause Project states, one head of school reported that incidents of bee stings actually, when their hive was installed, actually decreased. We shouldn't fear the bee. Literature from the UW Extension and the Whole Food Foundation state solitary bees will rarely sting unless provoked.
Rarely.
Several
You want rarely, not really. Okay. Rarely sting unless provoked. Okay. Keep going.
sources include Barbara Rachesky, whose yard is a habitat for nature conservation, state we need to buy and plant organic plants. Whole Kids Foundation provides a grant to plant gardens, plant flowers, plant pollinator gardens that are good for the whole life cycle of pollinators. With our school district's approval, we could collect native seeds and spread in the wild area trials that would have almost no cost to the district. Let the clover, dandelions, and goldenrod grow. Barb has a couple areas in her yard that she places sticks and hollow raspberry plants to help the habitat. Bee expert Sarah Laird did that. They tested a farm in Minnesota by going organic. They were able to save money by not purchasing pesticides.
Okay.
Okay,
You're wrong.
Wait. We're not quite there. Where are you at?
He's done with this. You have to edit this
By not. Bees pollinate our food if a pesticide doesn't kill them. Then they are sharing the pesticides with us in what we eat.
Where's your apple? Where's your apple?
When more pollinators visit an
Okay, wait.
area,
Pesticides. Oh, hold up 1 second. Pesticides and what we eat. So you're gonna have
Pesticide.
this. Maybe don't actually spray, but pesticide.
I did
Okay.
it all first.
To the bee.
What
Don't
we're
spray them
supposed to
though. And then have someone else eating this. Okay.
I will.
All right.
This is me. He really wants to keep straight though.
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's go.
Not tonight. If you guys wanna do that with the real deal, that's fine, but we're not gonna do it while we're just practicing it.
Yeah, that's a waste of,
Well, and then we gotta clean it all
Don't
up.
start yet.
We got too much to deal with
Maddie,
right
are you
now.
ready
Okay,
to
keep
do this
going.
now?
Not right now. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you guys wanna do. Okay, keep going.
When more pollinators visit an area, this typically leads to the overall general health
General health, now we're gonna,
of the area's ecosystem, improves the general health of surrounding gardens, and provides natural pest control and increased yield of vegetables, fruits, and flowers.
No, throwing.
okay?
We visited Corey
Okay.
Gilderman, my dad, who is a local beekeeper, and we saw hives from a little bit of distance. We learned not to wear black. At first, a couple of us were somewhat scared, but we remained calm. A few of us even were checked out by a bee, but none of us got stung.
Okay.
We learned a lot about the life cycle of the bee, how the queen is made, and some other interesting facts. He stated that he has not had colony collapse, but last year he had some mites which are linked to colony collapse disorder, but he treated them naturally with powdered sugar and took care of it.
Now keep in mind, you don't have to say colony collapse again because you already just brought it up. He said interesting, he stated that we had not colony collapse. Last year we had some mites. So
Which are
that,
linked to that.
right, so you don't
Which
need
are
to,
linked to.
you don't need to, yeah, you don't need to go over that because you just talked about colony collapse. But keep going.
We have talked to our tell your parents not and others not to use pesticides. Tell your friends not to be afraid. Please don't swat. Plant
Don't swat.
flowers. And tell your school about the grants that are available. These grants provide curriculum that is for math, science, reading. And it's a fun way to learn. We have talked to our principal that has started the conversation in our district, conservation in our district, shared with other teams of Northwestern Robotics, I can't imagine how much more we could learn if we receive one of those grants. Knowledge
Autobots, let's roll.
Okay, make sure you don't have that.
Knowledge is power. Power to save the bee.
yeah.
We don't take it from Team Robot. We don't want them to be extinct. Neither do you.
Good job.
Did you start?
Okay, hold on.
Okay, and Asher, we want you on that side, or we want Nolan on that side, one or the other, so that you're, yeah, there we
No,
go.
Further up.
Actually, it
We can go
includes
out
them
easy.
setting up
Asher,
anyway, so
further
I
up,
wondered
so we
should
can
you
go
start
out.
at like 4 and a half?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the script's at like 3.5.
Edit out this start.
Okay.
Edit out this first part.
Yeah,
then.
preferably 3 to 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, go.
Okay, I'll give you a thing.
Go. You're already on the clock.
Oh.
To start, Asher.
Okay, but it's okay.
The bee is a really important creature. 1 out of every 3 bites you eat comes from bees or other pollinators. Did you know that Einstein said if bees were to disappear from the globe, mankind would only have 4 years left to live? The United Nations sponsored report released in February found that 40% of pollinator species, including bees, are facing extinction. This could have major consequences to the world's food supply because about 75% of the world's food crops depend, at least in part, on pollination. According to Morven Honeyfield, in the U.S., the latest estimates suggest that a total of 1.5 million beehives have disappeared. Bees pollinate plants, so without them, fruits and vegetables will also disappear. So how do we help a bee from becoming extinct? The answer is education.
Fine, you guys can say it.
Several experts, including Sarah Laird, UW Extension, Queen of the Sun, and the Pollinator Partnership, agree that bees have declined in the past 15 years. Possible reasons, contributing factors for decline are loss of habitat, Use of pesticides, some of which are known to be deadly to bees. And colony collapse disorder, which causes bees to mysteriously disappear. Sue Monk Kidd, writer of The Secret Life of Bees, states, "The world is one bee yard. Don't be afraid. No life-living bee would want to sting you. Don't swat. Don't even think about swatting. Above all, send the bees love." Love. There's a $1,500 grant that is available to schools that provides a completely sealed hive or outdoor hive called the Beehive Class Project. It states, one head of school reported that incidents of bee stings decreased when the hives once died. We shouldn't fear the bee. Bees are, as honeybees are solitary bees and honeybees will rarely sting unless provoked. Several sources, including Barbara Brzezinski, whose yard is deemed a habitat for nature conservation, states, 8, we need to buy and plant organic plants. Whole Kids Foundation provides a grant to plant gardens. Plant pollinator gardens that are good for the whole life cycle of pollinators. And with our school district's approval, we could collect native seeds and spread in the wild area near the trails that would have no cost to its district. Let the clover, dandelions, and goldenrod grow. Bee expert Sarah Laird stated that they tested in a farm in Minnesota by going organic and were able to save money by not purchasing pesticides. Bees pollinate our food, and if the pesticide doesn't kill them, then they are sharing with us in the pesticide with what we eat. When more pollinators visit an area, it typically leads to overhaul general health of the area's ecosystem improves, and the general health of surrounding gardens provides natural pest control and increased the yields of vegetables, fruits, and flowers. We visited Corey Gilderman, my dad, who is a local beekeeper. We saw the hives from a short distance. We learned not to wear black. At first, a couple of us were somewhat scared, but we remained calm. A few of us were even checked out by a bee, but none of us got stung. We learned a lot about the life cycle of a bee, how the queen is made, and other interesting facts. He stated that he had not had colony collapse, but last year he had some varroa mites, which are linked to it, but he treated it naturally with powdered sugar. Tell your parents and others not to use pesticides. Tell your friends not to be afraid. Please don't swat. And tell your school about grants that are available. I can't imagine how much power we could have, much more we could learn if we received one of those grants. Knowledge is power. Power to save the bee.
Take it from Team Robot.
We don't want to be extinct, and neither do you. Bee is a really important creature. 1 out of every 3 bites you eat come from the bee or other pollinators. Did you know that Einstein said, if bees were to disappear from the globe, mankind would only have 4 years to live? A United Nations-sponsored report in February found that 40% of pollinator species, including bees, are facing extinction. This could have major implications to the world's food supply.
Consequences.
Yeah, I can't say implications. I know what it means.
I can't pause it. You can't pause it.
Look at my nose.
No, Nolan.
Okay, here we go, consequences. Thank you.
Okay, so edit all this.
video.
So edit it all out up to extinction. This could have major consequences to the world's food supply, because about 75% of the world's food crops depend in part on pollination. According to the Morton and Honey film, in the U.S., the latest estimates suggest that a total of 1.5 million beehives have disappeared. Bees pollinate plants, so without them, fruits and vegetables will disappear. So how do we help bee from coming extinct? The answer is
Come on, guys.
education.
Okay, keep going.
Several experts include Cyril Laird, UW Extension, Queen of the Sun, and the Pollinator Partnership agree that bees have declined in the past 15 years and state possible reasons. From our research, we have decided that the following are 3 main contributing factors of a decline are loss of habitat, use of pesticides, and colony collapse disorder, which is when when bees mysteriously disappear. Sue Monk Kidd, writer of The Secret Life of Bees, states, "The world is one bee yard. Don't be afraid, as no life-loving bee wants to sting you. Don't swat. Don't even think about swatting." Above all, send the bees love. There is a $1,500 grant that is available to schools that provides a completely sealed hive or outdoor hive. The Bee Cause Project states, one head of school reported that incidents of bee stings decreased when their hive was installed. We shouldn't fear the bee. Literature from the UW Extension and Whole Food Foundation state that solitary bees and honeybees will rarely sting unless provoked. Several sources include Barbara Reschke, whose yard is deemed a habitat for nature conservation, states we need to buy and plant organic plants. Whole Kids Foundation provided a grant to plant gardens. Plant flowers, plant pollinator gardens that are good for the whole life cycle of pollinators. With our school district's approval, we could connect native seeds and spread in the wild area near the trails that would have no cost to the district. Let the clover, dandelions, and goldenrod grow. Barb has a couple areas in her yard, but she places sticks and hollow raspberry plants in to help the habitat. Bee expert Cyril Laird stated that they tested a farm in Minnesota by going organic and were able to save money by not purchasing pesticides. Bees pollinate our food. The pesticide doesn't kill them. Then they are sharing the pesticides with us and what we eat. When more pollinators visit an area, this typically leads to overall general health of the areas improving, and the general health of surrounding gardens improving. It provides natural pest control and increased yields of fruit, vegetables, fruits, and flowers. We visited Corey Gilderman, my dad, who is a local beekeeper, and we saw hives from a little bit of distance. We learned not to wear black as it agitates them. At first there were a couple of us, were somewhat scared, but we remained calm. A few of us were even checked out by a bee, but none of us got stung. We learned a lot about the life cycle of a bee, how the queen is made, and other interesting facts. He stated that he has not had colony collapse. Last year he had some varroa mites, which almost caused it, but eaten naturally with powdered sugar, and took care of it. Tell your parents and others not to use pesticides. Tell your friends not to be afraid. Please don't swat. And tell your school about the grants that are available. These grants provide curriculum that is for math, science, reading, and is a fun way to learn. We have talked to our principal that has stated that conservation in our district, shared with other teams in Northwestern Robotics, and plan to talk to people. I can't imagine how much more we could learn if we received one of those grants. Knowledge is power. Power to save the bees.
Take it from Team Robots. We don't want to be extinct, and neither do you.
Hello, peoples of my team.
Okay, Bubba.
Oh my god. I have to. I was made to do this. What? Cool. No.
Do you want me to time this one too?
Well, that's all right.
We are the cheesy unicorn creatures.
Go for it, Anna.
We chose our animal because we daily interact with dogs and they interact with us. And we are able to talk with one another. Dogs are loyal and attentive by nature, so they can help us. We also want to include a robotic element that a dog can operate through training. You can adopt any breed of dog to be trained as service. This in turn rescues the dog. Service dogs can turn on and off switches, touch things with their paws and noses, but it's easier to do with their paws because they use them more. They can pull and push heavy things. They can jump high over obstacles or surfaces to retrieve items for their person. They can open doors, sense cancer cells, seizure activity, and moods. If their person is sad or upset, they will cuddle with them to soothe them. They can help their person stand from sitting or bending over no matter how much their person weighs. They can pick up something as small as a penny. Service dogs can live in homes with other pets. They act and play like normal pets when they're not working. When your service dog is nearing retirement, you need to train your next service dog, so continued care can take place. If you don't have another one waiting, you have to have a human caregiver until your new dog is fully trained and ready. In our research, we found a robotic feeding device that helps feed disabled people feed themselves. And we thought, why not take it one step further? Why not have a service dog trained to use either switches or buttons to help their person use the robotic feeding device? How to use the feeding device. A caregiver must fill each bowl with food and then place the tray onto the device. Then they press the power button and the robotic spoon scoops the food out of each bowl until they are empty. There's a sensor on the spoon that senses when a bowl is empty, and then it sends a signal to the device to turn the tray to the next full bowl. When all of the bowls are empty, the device must be turned off. Then the caregiver must remove the tray and spoon to clean them for the next meal. If a dog were able to turn the device on and off, it would free up time for the caregiver to complete other tasks like laundry, dishes, vacuuming, cooking, get the mail, haul out trash and recycling. This makes everyone's life easier. Service dogs view their work as play. It's fun for them.
3 minutes.
Personally, how do you feel about the competition this weekend? Do you think your team will do good?
I hope.
What do you think, though?
Yeah, what do you think, sir? I think that you should get your butt out of my face.
They have to have.
I'm asking you.
I think we're gonna win, that's all I know.
Okay. Shoot, I should have brought my camera charger. Which is the really cool board you were talking about? It's over here. We have like pamphlets and things to protect. Like open board. And it's like tablets.
Put your candy under your jacket on the windowsill.
Okay.
I put mine in my boot.
I just put mine in my computer bag.
Look at them.
It's so cute. Zoom in on that face. Zoom in. So cute. Okay, let's go look at other people's boards. Lego Legend.
I need to read it now.
Gotcha.
Read it. Sorry.
It's okay.
What do you have a sucker in now?
I'm balancing on one.
allowed to have soda.
Oh.
I don't like soda.
I only like it. I don't like it at all.
And so I put a sucker in it and hope for flavor.
Good idea.
Try putting it in gumballs. Gumballs actually work really well. I'm not allowed to have gum. Okay.
Me either.
I'm only allowed to have sugar-free gum.
Oh, and because of raisins.
I've got more.
Is that what I think it is? Look at that. It's a fake unicorn. It's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Original. Make a machine to make dog food. That's an idea. New and approved. Make a cat litter machine. That'd be fancy.
Yes.
Yeah, those are.
I really need that, so.
I need that too. Personally, my cat poops so much, and we have to change it a lot. And right when we change it, they poop.
Exactly.
We tested the we actually like got the ingredients and tested the cat litter, and like we had a control one of normal cat litter and then our cat litter that we made, and it was actually preferred. Cats actually preferred it, so it's not that going for us.
How can you tell? But my cat will like
Because we know which one.
Oh, that's what. Which one they do?
The one that they went in were Owen. Would you like photos? Kale took photos.
Because my cats really like you. I have 3 of them, and they poop a lot. So honestly, that'd be really helpful.
Sadie.
We don't have more than 1 litter box because they just don't feel like it. My cat never used the other one where we did.
Sadie, do you have a phone charger? Shoot. Okay, I won't be.
Because he has the same type of phone right here.
Okay. Because I needed to upload videos.
Yeah, let's do a lot.
Well, I don't need it. I could just make the edit the video when I get home tonight.
Or you can come over to my house and edit it there. Because I have a laptop at my house as well.
And I have my laptop.
Are you guys excited?
Yes, very excited.
Okay.
I just realized I was videotaping this entire time, but
Oh!
Together yet?
We originally had a plan to make dog food, but when we called Animal Allies, they had said that dog food wasn't their main priority. Are you recording this?
of course I am. I'm recording every time you look at me.
Of course, what else would be recorded? Someone
Yeah.
dabbing?
Well, yeah, but a lot of people do that. So.
Your board is pretty fancy, I gotta admit.
Okay, so that
Great, I am.
pretty fancy and
And then your skit will be swell, so
Yeah.
hopefully your time photo will be awesome.
Start heading down there and make sure we got the
Okay. Well, we have to go back. Don't mind us. We're just looking at the more stuff. So what kind of facts you got?
We have that bees never sleep, so if people say you're busy as a bee, it means you're really busy as a bee. And one interesting thing about bees is they're the only insect that can pollinate and give us food. So that's why we need bees, because no other insect is able to do that. And then the idea of bees and using bees for production was done by the ancient Egyptians, because they figured out that you could make beeswax candles.
Really?
Yep, the ancient Egyptians were actually the first ones to start to understand how bees could be used.
And honeybees are the only bees that die after stinging. It's actually really cool.
You can look in there.
So they all died from what?
Pesticides.
Pesticides. Wow. I would think that more bees would die from like.
Excuse me.
Well, now that we got the extra rotation now, it's like work. Yeah, worst case scenario.
Cook it.
Oh, no, no, no.
You get to go right from there. And that one's not all the way in.
Wait, you need your robot. So we're not
good to know. You need to adjust it so it's going to the left a little bit. Okay, you're not centered. This also, sorry, this also.
We matched the leg too. Now let's see how it works with this thing actually up.
If you see this is off, when you come